The portfolio is a combination of different assets. So if we are going to calculate the expected return of a portfolio, it's a combination of return of individual asset along with the weight of that particular asset in a portfolio. So let's suppose if we are going to add two assets in a portfolio, the one asset contribution might be 20% and second asset's contribution uh, would be around 80%. That contribution might vary according to the investor's choice. Sometimes investor would like to add 50-50 contribution of two assets in a single portfolio. But somehow, whatever the weight of the assets are in a single portfolio, what we will do, we will multiply the weight of a particular asset along with the return of the asset, and then we will add return of a second asset along with the weight of the second asset, and up to so on. Then finally, if we add all the returns and weight of the portfolio assets in a single portfolio, we will calculate return of a portfolio. Here you can see that the R means the return of an asset and X means the portion of a portfolio held in an asset. So while using that formula, we can calculate expected return of a portfolio. And this is a simple formula. Expected return of a portfolio is equal to then the sum of, this is E for the summation, x1 r1 plus x2 r2, it's a multiplication up to so on so forth. So this is a simple formula of portfolio return calculation, and I will let you know later on in my Excel sheet calculation. And this is a formula of calculation of standard deviation, and you all know about it. In our previous discussion, even we calculated the standard deviation of individual asset, and same after calculating a standard deviation of individual asset, what we need to do again, weight of a particular asset multiplied by standard deviation plus weight of a second asset multiplied by standard deviation of a second asset, and plus so on and so forth. There is a different formula of calculating standard deviation of portfolio that I will explain later on. So here the one important thing in a portfolio is to check the covariance of a return in between the two stocks. So the covariance will tell you the movement of the two assets. Either they are moving together or they are moving individually. So this is called the covariance of return, the degree of co-movement between the two stocks. The extent to which two variables move together relative to their individual means, like we check that either the return of two assets are moving together or not. If one's uh, asset return or even the values are increasing, so there are high chances are that the second author's value will also increase. So that is called the movement together. So this is called our covariance. That will also be calculated. So the correlation coefficient, you know about it. The correlation maximum value is +1 and negative value is -1. So that correlation will tell you about the risk associated with the particular securities. Like a value of +1 would indicate perfect positive correlation between the two stocks. Like the correlation would be within the portfolio in between the two stocks. So +1 means a positive correlation that will also show a highly risk associated with that assets. And the same way, this means that the return for two assets move together in completely linear manner. Linear manner means in an increasing order. You know about the linear equation. And the value -1 would indicate perfect correlation again. But that correlation is a negative correlation. The +1 is a positive correlation. And -1 means the return of two assets have same percentage movement. Like the movement is like this. If 50% return of one stock is going to increase, it means the 50% of second assets stock return would decrease. So increase or decrease moment is perfect in the same moment but in opposite direction. So that opposite direction means it's a negative. So minus one correlation means a low risk associated in a portfolio, and that is very important in portfolio interpretations. The plus one correlation is highly correlated assets are having highly risk are highly risky assets, or the minus one correlation, the stock or assets are having minus one correlation are less risky. So zero means there is no correlation. Even that can be verified through a chart. I will show you later. So that is a relationship between covariance and correlation. Or even if you wanted to calculate the correlation coefficient, so, that would be easy one. You just need to divide the correlation, covariance divided by the product of standard deviation of two stocks. तो जो स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन हमारे पास आ रही है स्टॉक ए और स्टॉक बी के रिटर्न्स की, you can simply divide it to calculate the correlation coefficient. Here we will use Excel function to calculate uh, that covariance or correlation. So Excel function will help us to calculate it easily. So this is a simple chart of reducing risk. You can see that the plus one correlation means no risk reduction is a highly risky. 0.50 is a moderate considerable risk reduction. So all risk can be eliminated. So if we wanted to eliminate the risk in a portfolio, then the correlation between the stock should be negative. If we wanted to develop highly risky assets portfolio, then the correlation between the assets should be positive. So at the time when we are going to combine our assets or securities in a single portfolio, in the beginning we should calculate the correlation coefficient of the stocks being combined in a single portfolio. That will help us to decide either we have to go for a risk averse assets or uh, or highly risky assets for a portfolio. So this is the modern portfolio theory that will help you to calculate the standard deviation. And here we can see that the standard deviation is a weight of security 1 multiplied by a standard deviation of a security 1 and square plus weight of security 2 and standard deviation of security 2 and square plus 2 weight of security 1 weight of security 2. R means your correlation between these two securities multiplied by standard deviation of security 1 standard deviation of security 2 and whole power. 1 by 2 means it's a square root. If we will not take a square root, that means it's variance, or if we are going to take the square root, that is called our standard deviation. So these are the simple calculations of portfolio. That calculations are very important at the time of analyzing or preparing your portfolio, because that calculation will help you to calculate the one to calculate the expected return of a portfolio, to calculate the risk associated with that portfolio, and third one, the relationship of different stocks being added in a single portfolio. That relationship will also help you mm, to further calculating the risk that is associated with the securities. Now, while taking a single example, we will see how we can calculate the return of a portfolio. Okay, now here we have an example. We have a yearly data from 15 to 20 years, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. प्लीज़ अपना माइक को थोड़ा सा कंट्रोल करें. ये कौन है, मोहम्मद आजम? Okay, now it's okay. This yearly values are there. Stock 1 is having a 10% rate of return, 15, and so on and so forth. And you must familiar about it कि अब ये एक्सपेक्टेड रिटर्न एनुअल कैलकुलेट कैसे हुआ है. आपके पास यहाँ पे दो मेथड है, होल्डिंग पीरियड रिटर्न एंड कैपिटल एसेट प्राइसिंग मॉडल. तो ये एसेट 1 है, एसेट 2 हमारे पास है. लेट्स सपोज वी हैव अ weight contribution. If we see our weight contributions, like asset 1 is having 40% and asset 2 is having 60% weight contributions. Now we wanted to calculate a portfolio return. So we will see the expected portfolio return. We can write it like this, or even we can write EPR, expected portfolio return, whatever the abbreviation you call it. Now the portfolio return for 15, for 16, for 17, 18. What we will do, we will apply is equal return of stock 1 multiplied by a weight of stock 1. Now we wanted to freeze B1 because this is the same for stock 1 for every year. Select it and then press F4. Then plus return of a second portfolio multiplied by a weight of second portfolio. Now select the weight of second portfolio and press F4. Enter. Drag it down. These are the expected return of portfolios. Now just calculate the mean of a single asset return here, and these are the average return of a single asset. And same way, if you want to calculate the average return of a portfolio, so these returns are very simple. Just taking average, you will see the 8% average portfolio return is 8% there. Now if you wanted to calculate the variance, it's very simple. Just apply a variance. You will calculate the variance of stock 1, variance of stock 2, standard deviation. Standard deviation is a square root of a variance. That is very simple. We have already calculated it. And standard deviation is a square root of stock 2. Now we wanted to calculate the correlation between the two stocks. So if we apply the formula like correlation, return of stock 1, comma, return of stock 2. That is a correlation, 0.7. You know about it. What is the interpretation of 0.7? So it's a positive correlation between the two stocks. तो यहाँ पे हम देख सकते हैं कि इनके अंदर जो है वो सेम परसेंटेज के अंदर जो इनकी है वो मूवमेंट है, बट इन पॉजिटिव डायरेक्शन. मीन्स if one's asset return will increase, the second will increase. So somehow the positive correlation is there. Now if we wanted to calculate the covariance, Again, the calculation of covariance is very simple. Covariance of stock 1, again if we apply a formula, covariance of sample, comma, so that is our covariance. Now next question is to calculate the standard deviation of a portfolio. That is missing, standard deviation portfolio. There are two methods. मैं फिर आपको repeat कर रहा हूँ to remember it. There are two methods of calculating a standard deviation of a portfolio. And simple method is just apply the standard deviation. We have a portfolio returns, so you just apply it. We will know that is our 26% standard deviation portfolio. Just remember the method of that standard deviation. आपको पता होगा यहाँ पे मैंने वेरिएंस से कैलकुलेट किया है, और यहाँ पे मैं इधर भी मैं इवन विदाउट कैलकुलेटिंग वेरिएंस आई कैन डायरेक्टली अप्लाई ए फॉर्मूला ऑफ स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन. तो यहाँ पे सिर्फ बताने का पर्पज़ ये है कि दैट स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन इज बीइंग कैलकुलेटेड while assuming the return of stock 1. Standard deviation of stock 2 means apply standard deviation formula on the return of stock 2. Or if I'm going to calculate standard deviation of portfolio, so it's obvious that we will apply a standard deviation formula over the expected return of a portfolio. So this is one method. And there is another method that normally in your complex calculation you will not go for to calculate the expected return of a portfolio. Let's suppose if you are having a multiple assets in your calculation, then you will directly apply the formula that I told you earlier. Even I'll show you again. Directly we will apply this formula. So now see how I will apply that formula to calculate standard deviation of a portfolio. Okay, see, if you remember, again I'm going to repeat it. It's a weight of stock 1 and multiplied by a return of stock 1 and square. Now let's see, is equal to, I'm going to start two brackets. Now see how, what does it mean. Because first I will complete a red bracket, and after the end of the equation I will close that black bracket as well. So return of stock 1 multiply weight of stock 1. Just a second. Something went wrong there. Okay, bracket. Sorry, I was talking about the return because I am going to calculate the standard deviation, so we will assume the standard deviation. Standard deviation of stock 1 multiply by the weights of stock 1. Now see, bracket close and square. Remember मैंने आपको कहा था The weight of stock 1, standard deviation of stock 1, whole power square. Now plus, and again I will start bracket. Standard deviation of stock 2 multiplied by weight of stock 2. Bracket close, power 2. Now again plus 2, and now we will multiply standard deviation something. Okay, okay, just a second. There's something went wrong. I need to verify. Oh, actually, I forget to apply the multiplication. 2 multiplied by standard deviation multiplied by second standard deviation multiplied by weight 1, then multiplied by weight 2, then multiplied by, you remember we discussed about it with the correlation, and bracket close, and here we will take 0.5 as a square root. If we will not assume that square root, it means that value is a variance of a portfolio. Square root means we will directly calculate a standard deviation. So here we need to take us that power. So this is our standard deviation. Even you can see that standard deviation is same as we have calculated here. There are two methods, either calculating is directly from the expected return of a portfolio, that column, or even while applying that formula. Yes, this is all about our today's lecture, how to apply correlation, covariance, a portfolio standard deviation and all that. Yes, is there any question, please?